Hello everyone, welcome to the week 1 preview video. I'm sure everyone is as happy as I am to finally be starting the season. Everyone's got their teams drafted, everyone has high hopes for the year. So we'll kick things off with the rivalry week. And I have my assistant here, Jordan, to help make some picks and go over some things. First up, we have Fear of Heights taking on Team Hasselhoff. A couple of co-workers with bragging rights on the line here in week 1. Looking at these teams, Fear of Heights has some pretty good matchups here with Matt Forte against the Lions. Everyone knows the Lions are my team, but they're pretty much the worst defensive team ever. So Forte should be in line for a good day. And I don't think anyone really is capable of stopping Andre Johnson. So it's got some good matchups there, but one tough matchup he is Flacco taking on the Jets. That's going to be pretty tough. And on the other side, we have Hasselhoff with Rivers and Benson having some pretty solid matchups, and Grant and Wayne having neutral matchups. So I really think the key to this particular matchup is going to be Flacco, and I think that Flacco if he has a good day, I think Heights gonna take off this video, and if not, I think Matt Cameron pulls off the win. I'm going to predict Team Hasselhoff to start off with a win, and if he gets to 5-0 this year, I'm pretty sure he won't be talking trash after what happened last year. So next up, we have Touchdown Nation at the Oracle. Got a little sibling rivalry here, although it's not really much of a rivalry considering I have a 23-9 record versus Chris in fantasy football. And I have some pretty good matchups this week with Jay Cutler taking on the aforementioned Lions. Chris Johnson against the Raiders at home, and Dallas Clark going up against the Texans. And the Oracle, my brother has some good matchups as well, with surprise play Derek Anderson taking on the Rams. That could lead to some big points, as the Rams are pretty much just as terrible as the Lions. Gore should destroy the Seahawks, and Brandon Marshall should have a field day up in Buffalo. Key to this matchup, I think, is going to be the wide receivers of Touchdown Nation. I think they're capable of having some pretty big days, and I think that I'm going to basically destroy my brother and continue to dominate and own his soul. Sorry, bro, but I just don't see you even really matching up this week. And we have F Sundays and Gridiron. Baseball league together. Michiganders know each other pretty well. And really the key to this matchup is going to be the receivers from F Sunday. He took a hit when Vincent Jackson decided he wants to be a greedy piece of shit. And yeah, so his receivers are pretty much terrible. But if they can do well, then it might be a matchup here. But I don't think they will, and I think that Bill's going to run away with this match. The other division, Landry division, we have first up Turf Toes at Weapon X. A couple of cousins here squaring off. Turf Toes has some pretty good matchups here with Kevin Cobb taking on Green Bay, D'Angelo against the Giants, Deshaun against Green Bay, and Kelvin Johnson against the Bears. But he has some tough matchups with Ray Rice and Bolden both playing against the Jets defense, which is pretty stout. And the flip side, Weapon X has some pretty solid matchups with Breeze, McCoy, Noshawn, and Steve Smith from the Giants. And Gates taking on the Chiefs as well. So the key to this game really is going to be Baltimore-New York game, and I think that if the Baltimore Ravens can put some points up on the board, then I think that Logan has a chance. But the reality is that much like the situation with me and my brother, where I destroy him pretty much anytime I face him in football, Wes pretty much destroys Logan every time too. And I don't know if he's going to be able to overcome Wes's soul ownage. And Weapon X is definitely going to take out Turf Toes this week. On the flip side, actually, non-football news, in a different baseball league, Wes beat Logan last week to knock him out of the playoffs. So yeah, this could be a tough couple weeks for Mr. Logan here. And next up we have Ninja Turtles and Motor City Freshness. Not sure if there's really a true rivalry here or not, but I do know that the only reason Doug missed the playoffs last year was because Andrew beat him twice. And so maybe Doug wants a little revenge here this week. Who knows? But we got here Steven Jackson, Selleck, and Jennings. I think we'll have good games for Andrew. And Romo, Foster, and Floyd could put up some pretty solid points. On the other side, we have Doug's Motor City Freshness with Rogers. I mean, he's basically matchup proof. And Peterson has a pretty soft matchup against the Saints. The Saints had a good fantasy defense last year, but it's really because of turnovers, not because they're actually good at defense. So I think Peterson pretty much destroyed the Saints. And Crabtree could have a good game going up against the Seahawks. Basically, the key here is going to be the wide receivers. Whichever wide receiver core performs better, I think is going to win this match. And I think that the defending NFFL champions are going to be off to an 0-1 start, and Doug's going to pull off a victory here this week. And that brings us to a final matchup: Twin City Tundra at Icon City Excitement. A couple of college buddies here, really, really good friends. And should be a good match here for bragging rights to start the year. Twin City Tundra has a lot of good matchups here with Schaub. Jones Drew should destroy Denver. Fitzgerald should also destroy the Rams. Wasn't high on him earlier to start the year, but now with Derek Anderson there, I think he's actually going to have a pretty solid year. And Harvin, I'm not worried about his migraines. I think he can have a big day Thursday night. On the flip side, Icon City has some pretty solid matchups with Ocho Cinco at New England, and Brady's pretty much matchup proof as well. So really it's going to come down to Randy's running backs. If his running backs do well, then he might have a chance, and maybe saying a prayer or two, because I think Tundra, I mean, with all these matchups, I think he could probably put up the most points in the entire league this week. So not anything against Turco. I just think that James is going to put up a lot of points. So that's my pick for that one. And that'll do it for the Week 1 preview. I hope everyone has a great week.